Hello, lovely people out there. Once again, my name is Pastor and I welcome you to our TV. Be inspired talk show, be inspired talk show. It has always been out there. A lot of people keep asking, when are you bringing this to us? When are you bringing this to us? But the main motive behind the talk show is we want to bring people, creative people, entrepreneurs, humanitarians, just people, creative people around Northern Ghana so that they get to share what they have to the world because we believe that it's not only music, but we have other things that can project northern region. So if we have people like that, why not get in touch with them so that we get to see what they have, their life experience, what they went through, how it started from grassroots, because they didn't just make it to where they are, they started somewhere and then today they are where they are now. So today we are shooting our first episode and my guest is one branded artist from Upper East. He's known by many as Panka Art. He's the CEO of Panka Art Studios. If you're somebody who likes art or you are always on social media one way or the other, you will come across his artworks. So we're supposed to shoot this in Upper East in his studio so that you get to see all that he does. But then due to time and some few other things, we couldn't make it possible. So it's Friday in time for us to shoot the first episode. So don't forget the video. Stick and still, we'll be right back. As I said, I'm so excited that he's here because he's one person I respect so much and then I love what he do because I'm somebody who loves art and when I see somebody trying to project like our culture through his craft, it amazes me. And so today Panka Art is here. He's Panka Abubakari Sediq is his name. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so how's the journey moving from Boga to Tamale?
All that will say that Alhamdulillah, it was not all that bad.
Okay. I think the last time we spoke, we were supposed to shoot this in your studio. You have a very nice studio.
Thank you.
Wow, your studio is very nice, very well branded, well branded. Yes. So, first of all, let us know who is Panka Art.
Oh, that's okay. Panka is a young, growing, God-gifted artist.
Okay.
Actually, my full name is Abubakari Sediq.
All right.
The Panka is my surname, but
Okay.
I'm called Abubakari Sediq. Yeah.
Wow. Which part of Boga did you grow up?
I'm coming from Pelungu.
Hmm?
Pelungu.
Perungu. You have names, so sometimes it only sounds funny, but then
Yeah.
wow. Let's take us through your educational background. Where did you start schooling?
I started schooling from Pelungu Primary, then later on moved to Juicy Primary.
Okay.
But in the late 2006, I traveled to Kumasi, so I continued my primary education there,
Yeah.
where I completed. But I initially started at Ahinsan Primary.
Okay.
Then later on, I went to New Amakum. Then it couldn't happen. I have to move to
That-
New Asafo.
Wow.
Then later on, I have to go to Fiasi DA.
Okay.
I think over there I completed JHS. Yeah.
Dangerous.
Then I came back to Big Balls. That's Bogatanga Senior High School.
So, Bogatanga Senior High School. Which course did you study in school?
I studied general art.
General art.
Yeah, general art.
So, moving to tertiary, you still went further to do a course
Yeah.
in that particular line, or you had to?
Actually, when I was growing up, I had interest in art.
Okay.
That's visual art. But when I came to SHS, I couldn't have the chance to study visual art because by then the school didn't introduce visual art
Visual
yet.
art. Okay.
Yeah. So it's through tertiary that I did visual art.
Visual. With tertiary institution.
Tamal Technical
No,
University. Yeah.
university. You know, we artists broad. So, which particular section did you study in tertiary?
I specialize in leather, but then I had minor in graphics, ceramics, painting and decoration. Yeah.
No, I think that's amazing. Normally, it's either you are naturally gifted artist or you developed interest in something and you decided to learn. So, where do we classify Panka?
I think naturally, I can remember vividly that when I was growing up, we used to play with clay,
Okay.
and I was fan of it mostly. I can even get out of the house from morning to evening
Okay.
just to be playing with clay. Yeah, so I'm naturally gifted.
Naturally gifted.
Yeah.
Wow. Normally in our homes, our parents always want us to be doctors, nurses. Did you get that support from your parents to pursue what you wanted to do? Or
Yeah, in a way, I think I was lucky enough because my parents don't necessarily have problem with what I decide to do. They just want to see their son being happy with whatever he's doing.
okay.
I think my parents that type, so the support is there. I think throughout my art courses, or they really understood me in terms of materials and other things. So I didn't have that challenge at all.
Wow. But at which point did you decide that okay, now I need to establish my own studio?
I think studio was already in my heart from the onset
Okay.
because I knew one day that definitely I will own a studio. So I started with let's say a kiosk, small, something small,
Yes.
motor box. Yeah, just started with a motor box with the aim of seeing myself somewhere a day. Yeah.
Wow. Would like to know, sometimes somebody wants to go into art, but what were some of the things you had as at that moment? Because I know that you had that bigger dream and you had wanted to have this, you had that, but because you didn't get the opportunity, so what are some of the materials you had just started with?
I think I started with beading. Yeah, I started with beading. When I was even in JSS, I joined a Rasta man who were into beading, so I joined him.
Okay.
Still, when I came to SHS, though I was pursuing general art, but I was still doing the beading.
Okay.
I was using bead to do bangles and necklace, and at that particular moment, students want to see their names on their like any object that they own. So
Okay.
I decided the bead we have what we call ABCD.
Okay.
So I will use the ABC and write your name on it, and I think it was okay. Then sandals and other things too. Yeah.
Wow. Was it that easier starting up or you had some few challenges?
There was some challenges, but first of all, because it was something, it was more like a passion or interest. So to some extent, that challenge wasn't all that. But whatever you do, there will be financial
Yeah.
challenges and yeah, something like that.
So meaning starting up, everything was being financed by yourself.
Yeah, everything was being financed by myself. Then some few friends that felt like, oh, this guy, the way our friend is doing, think we can assist him one way or the other. Yeah.
You need to go far. Wow. Sometimes when you sit in your own studio and reflect back to how you started, how does it make you feel?
Actually, I have one particular picture, which somewhere 2016, I went with a friend to Boku to make some sales.
Okay.
So we'll carry these sandals, leather products on our head, then go to the market, then sell. So one day we took a picture of it. So at time when I look at that picture, then I look at myself today, I say, wow.
It has been massive improvement.
Yeah, I've seen improvement, though I've not been there, but I think there is a bit improvement. Yeah,
Improvement.
there is.
Wow. Uh, as at the time you started, how many art studios were you having in Boa?
I think we have a lot of art shops, but not necessarily studios.
Studios.
Yeah, not necessarily
Studios,
studios. Yeah,
but they were art shops.
yeah,
As
we
at
have a lot of art shops.
shops.
Uncountable. They are many. Yeah,
Really? Wow. Panka Art is not just only into art alone.
not actually art.
Not.
Yeah.
But you are a digital marketer, an entertainer. Sometimes, how do you manage to do all these things?
It's about planning. It's about planning. Then all that I'm into is my interest field.
Okay.
Something that I feel I love doing it. So I don't have that. When I know that this time for entertainment,
Yeah.
that time is there. This time is for art. Is there. Then this time is for digital and other things. then I find time for it.
Wow.
So the most important thing is the interest. That's it.
That's it.
No
The
matter how
interest.
busy it is, if what you are doing you have interest for it, you definitely find time for it. Yeah.
Wow. It's like when I observe, I can tell that you still learn more because sometimes I'll see you post something that will have to do with something digital, like online. I'm buying a course online to. How does it help the work?
Yes, of course. As human being, if you want to go far, you still have to learn. You see, there's one thing I always tell myself that at the moment when you feel like you know everything,
Okay.
that's your end. You won't learn
You will learn
anything
anything
else.
again.
But when you feel like you don't know anything, you keep on challenging yourself. And one thing people have to understand is the environment we are, more especially the creative industry, it
Industry.
follow trend.
Okay.
So if this is what is going on, then you don't learn it. That means in the few days or the few moments to come, you will fade up. And
Yes.
that's what people don't understand. So day in, day out, you have to learn new things.
New things,
Yeah.
bring out new ideas.
Ideas.
Yeah, because many would even understand why you see Panka Hat in photography. Today you see him, he'll be talking about digital marketing. Tomorrow he's talking about entertainment. A lot of people wouldn't really understand.
Exactly, exactly.
Wow, I think that's good. In your studio, sometimes I do see too. Do you have people you train in your studio?
Yeah, I have not less than 10 guys that are also going into apprenticeship through arts, then entertainment, and digital marketing,
Wow,
and interior decoration as well.
wow, this is amazing. So, how many of them have you passed out? As in maybe
Not
this.
actually, I've not passed some out. Yeah, I've not passed some out.
But
They are still on the
they are still
process.
on the
Yeah,
process. But do you have females or they are males?
yeah, females are there. Females are there.
Wow. When you look at art in Ghana, I don't know what is the role of artists in nation building. Like, how can artists play a role in nation building, like making the nation a better place?
Yeah, if you look around, I think you will see any other thing more than art.
Yeah,
If you just look around, everything within us is about art. The chairs we are sitting right now is art.
it's art.
You understand?
Yeah.
So without artists, I don't think a nation will develop like to what they want. Because as we are sitting like this,
Yeah.
when we get money and build, we definitely want our interior to look that
Yeah.
good. So artists has to come in and decorate the inside.
Yeah.
And aside that, through art, society have realized that someone can use art as a career.
Yes.
Yeah, you can use art
Yes,
as a
pursue
career.
as a career.
And aside the career itself,
Yeah.
art itself as a history, source of reference, and other things.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, of course. So art play important role uh,
Nation building.
in a nation
Wow.
development.
Seriously, I think it's good
And
that.
I think we have number of artists who has also employed a lot of people who are not even artists
Artists.
but from other field, because when you look at the various print houses, they have secretaries, they
Yes.
have managers and other things. Yeah,
Yeah, so one way or the other, they have reduced unemployment a bit.
exactly, exactly.
Wow. This time around, I don't know why people feel art is expensive. People feel art has become expensive. Yeah, as an artist, how do you convince somebody to feel like that is the value of your work?
Yeah, at a point, naturally, some people are there. You don't have to convince them. They know the value of art.
Okay.
Yeah. In economics, we have what we call authentatious goods. Art is under that category.
Okay.
If the price of art become low, people will not purchase it. So we try to maintain that value. You understand?
Yeah.
And art is something that you have to feel it. It's not just seeing
Yeah,
it,
just
but
not
it's
seeing
something that has to be felt within. So when you see the thing, for instance, this ad, you look at it, then wow, I like
it.
this.
Like this.
You understand?
Yes.
You definitely know it value. So though people will say that it's expensive in a way,
Yeah.
but it's not expensive to some of us, because some of us, some art cannot be measured.
Okay.
You can't measure art with like any other material. You can't measure it value. Can't.
You can. Panka, I want us to leave out the book definition. What is your own perspective of art?
Art is your imaginations or visions or just the things you see around. Then you either put it in a lyrical form or on a canvas or any other things. So when you put it in a form of lyrics or verses, it become the performing art.
Art,
But when you
performance
put
art.
it on a canvas or a frame, it becomes the visual aspect.
Visual art.
So basically, in art we have two types. That's the performing art,
Performing
and we
art.
have the visual art
Visual art.
as well. Yeah.
Wow.
So we are much interested in the visual
The visual
aspect.
art,
Yeah.
visual aspect. Really. When I see your works, sometimes I get so much excited because how you manage to come out with the idea of using just the ties to create very nice furniture. Like, how did that idea come in mind?
Naturally, I'm the type that I hate to see things going waste. I hate it. So, as an artist and someone who don't like to see things going waste, what will I do to make such things? And sometime I was walking around and I saw that people were burning tie. Then when I passed, what I felt like the air that I felt, I couldn't take it.
You couldn't do it.
And by then I heard that like that air coming from
The tie
thigh
burning.
burns can cause lung cancer and other things. So I was like, wow, as an artist, I think we can do a lot of things out of it. So not long ago, I went to YouTube, then I saw that the foreign country they were using the tie for such things, chairs, tables, and other things. That I said, wow, this I can also do it. So instead of my environment, they are burning ties. Why don't I recycle it?
That's it.
So that as time goes on, people can instead of them burning it, they can use it for another recreation. So I took it as my final project at the university.
Wow.
So I came out with the idea, then I was supported by my department lecturers, and it was successful. So after that, the first sofa that I did, I sold it, and I think I was okay with it. I said, wow, I can even use this as my profession. Then I started producing some. Yeah.
Wow. Sometimes when I watch you, you are always busy doing the paintings and a whole lot of things. So that's very good because this is big. This is big recycling that you are doing because most of these things people don't even know the benefit of it. They just leave it and burn it and use it in so many ways. But you have been able to use it for something very very beneficial.
It's okay.
How many? What is that? How many of it were you able to produce?
I think when I was doing my project, by then I posted the soft copy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the prototype. When I posted it, my friends were like, "Wow, I like this." Then I said, "Okay, I can do it for you."
Okay.
But then I didn't have much knowledge how to complete it, so I decided to go like the one without backrest.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did that one for him. Then he bought it. Then that was how it started. So after I completed my project, I my project supervisor took me through basic steps, how to attach the backrest and other things. So after that, I produced a lot. I think not less than those that I've delivered to people, they will be up to 10,
Wow.
a complete set.
Complete set.
Then as for single center tables, those ones they are uncountable,
Uncountable.
and people are also demanding. They are also placing other, but because of my ups and downs, I'm not able
You are not
to
able
produce it.
to
Yeah.
produce it very well. Wow. In Northern Ghana, when you look at our art, there is this one particular person who is also striving, and I don't know whether you've heard of him, Ibai Mama.
Yeah, I've heard about him, Brian Mama. Yeah, I think he's a owner of Center for Savannah Contemporary Art, or
Contemporary
yeah,
art.
something like that. Yeah.
When you look at his type of art and compare it to yours, is there any vast difference?
You know what make artists unique is that your style of art.
Okay.
if one gather 100 artists, you realize that each and every one is having a different art. Our style is what differentiates us from our colleagues. So his style of art is totally different from mine. Even artists that I sat in the same class with them, we did the same course, everything. Their style of art is different from mine. So that's why like we don't have competition in art because what you are doing is totally different from what I'm doing. Yeah. So we can even have 100 artists at the same place and they will all be doing their
Their
works.
works will vary.
Yeah. That's one funny about art.
Curiosity, I'm learning. You know, I love art and I always want to meet people like Panka. I think that as you've explained, art is just more like everybody's creativity. What you are able to put on paper or whatever it is, that is what makes you different from the other. Sometimes I don't know when you do short videos of you working and showing people how you do it. Don't you feel other people might steal your ideas or
No, 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 no. It's even about that. You know, even the style I'm talking about, we have elements and principle.
okay.
So there are people who are even advanced in what you are doing.
You are doing?
So the moment you post that video, there are some corrections that they will call, oh, Charlie, this is so and so. If you do it this way, it will be okay. You understand? And that's one funny thing about me. I'm the type that I take more ideas from
From
people.
people.
Yeah. That though I have friends that are not even into art,
Yeah.
but there are some works I'll show you to them. Oh, Charlie, how do you see this work? Do you like it? The other things, more especially ladies.
Okay.
Psychologically, ladies' aesthetic beauty are 80%. Guys, our own are 40%. So when you do artwork and you really want to confirm that it's beautiful, show it to a lady. The moment a lady say, "Oh, it's beautiful," it's final.
That's fine.
So that has been my trend. So if you look at my contact list, I have a lot of females.
Not,
Yeah.
not that you have something to do with it.
Oh, for the sake of the work.
Yes, for the sake of the work. Well, I think I'm enjoying this so much. And you know, when you have females more on your contact list, you know, it's also part of the work. You know,
Yeah,
you chat with them, hi, hello, it's all part of it. Yeah, so we look at Panka art from another perspective, and that is entertainment. So, who is the brain behind showbiz art?
also, Bisa is a friend who is named by Jobless, and is a good person. Not just because I'm closer to him, but he's someone like when you share idea with him, you don't just take it. That I've heard you.
Okay.
He will do some analysis, then even give you this. Oh, I'll get back to you. Then the moment he call you, said, okay, I've looked into it. I think when you do it this way or that way, it will be okay. It's that type. So initially, I was there, then I realized that art and entertainment move together.
Okay.
So if art and entertainment move together, why don't I look into entertainment, then blur it into art? And I said, okay. Then when I contacted him, oh, let's come out with so and so. And he's a type that also like entertainment. So I said, okay, let's team and come out with this.
Okay.
Then he said, okay. So from there, we had the inspiration that we started Showbiz Art.
Showbiz art. You are so fluent on air. I don't know. Have you had anything before?
To
Yes. Have you had anything that has been media before you started showbiz art? Because sometimes you know when you are first, like if that's your first time of doing something, sometimes they expect when they listen to you, they will tell, "Oh, this is a newbie."
Not actually, I don't have any background when it comes to media, but I listen to a lot of media personalities.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of them as my role model and others. And so even before I came into the media, I asked most of them for their advice and other things. So that was how I came out with Showbiz App.
Wow. Paga, now I want you to tell us time management. How do you manage your time?
Time management is very important. As a, let's say, a creative person, you have to be time conscious.
Okay.
You have to know that this particular time, this is what I'm supposed to do, and that. And aside that, people are giving you work. They expect when you finish or other things. So you have to manage everything. So there are some works you have to estimate by 2 days. I'll complete the work. Then the customer will be expecting it. Then aside that, let's take it as a photography session. Someone will book you for the event. In fact, you have to be on time because you don't just have to go where the event is about to close, then you are arriving. So time management is very important when it comes to the creative industry. Yeah.
For how long do you work in a day?
I think I just don't have working hours.
How many hours?
I work anytime I feel like I want to work. Yeah, I just don't have. Maybe I work from morning to no. Even midnight, I work midnight. I work throughout the day, night
Wow,
until I
then
feel like at time I'll be working whilst dozing. Then I just have to
you just have to,
sleep. Yeah.
rest. Wow. Panka has day in day out, you still come out with new ideas. I want to know what's that one secret that keeps you moving?
I think that secret that keep me moving is innovative. I'm the type that each and every day I want to see what is coming, what is going. So when I realize that this is what is coming, then I quickly find a way of adapting it or learning it. So the moment it's in the system, then I'm already having it. So that's one secret about
Wow, it's
me.
amazing. Just recently, you came out with your own website.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how is it doing?
Oh, it's doing well. And so let's say it was out of COVID-19. I
That's
realized
amazing.
that though people hardly come out to purchase items,
Items.
so I had that vision that why not I create a website so that instead of people being in their homes and
Being
wherever they
yours.
are, they can order, then I will do the delivery to them. It's simple.
Wow. What of those who are outside the country?
Yes, of course. What is happening is that we'll publish the work on the website. So when you order, then we'll process it wherever you are, we send it to you. But then we'll take your address and everything, then
Everything.
send it to you.
Wow. So how many people have purchased it
Outside,
outside the country?
I think right now I've recorded five. Yeah,
Five people.
two from USA, one from I think London, then two also from France.
Okay. So wow, I think the run is going to grow. The run. So when we look at Ghana, yes, Ghana. Do you have anything like art association where artists normally come together to brainstorm?
We don't like just have, there are other art associations, but we have this online association that's maybe just group, normal WhatsApp
Just
group.
know what's
So when you
happening.
do a artwork, you post it there, they'll correct you, then other things. If it is okay, they'll recommend it's okay.
It's okay.
Then you're gone.
Wow. Paka, I want you to advise somebody who wants to follow your footsteps. What are some of the things they should take into account?
Well, all that I'll tell them is that first of all, not only art, but any field at all you want to go into,
Yeah.
consider your interest first.
Okay.
Do you have passion in it? What you are doing it? Are you doing it for money or you are doing it because you like it? And whatever you will do for money, you will not go far because your interest is on the money.
Okay.
And because of that, you won't do it out of your best. But if you are doing it out of your passion, because of the passion you are doing it, you will give up your best. And out of the best, it will definitely bring money to you. That's what I would tell anyone who wants to come into art, the creative industry. That's the most important thing. Yeah, follow your passion. Don't follow money.
Okay.
Yeah, money will come.
Yeah.
What we are doing, if people admire it, definitely it will bring
Definitely.
money.
It will bring money.
Yeah.
Wow. As a creative person, just few days ago, I saw a post on Facebook, and then you were addressing upcoming talents on what they are supposed to do. I just want you to use this platform again to tell us what you were trying to let them understand.
Actually, what I was trying to put across the general public was that as a platform that promotes talent or any other thing, what should people expect from you?
Okay.
For instance, this very platform, depending on the followers, whatever you bring on board, they will react to it. So you should be rather be promoted so that you have that recognition. So that anyone who is coming on RAS TV
Yes.
will know that there is standard. You understand?
Yeah.
So what I was trying to tell the upcoming artists is that they should try to also help, like show
Those
who's
platforms that
exactly,
support them.
exactly. so that Ras TV, I don't think you grant Stoneboy or Shatawale interview them, he will refuse. You know that Ras TV, you have a greater platform.
Yes.
So if that recognition is not there, how do you bring such personality?
No.
So you have to be promoted before
Yes.
you can also promote
Promote
others.
others.
Yeah.
So that
But
was
if you don't have followers, how do you
followers.
convince people to also like who you are interviewing?
Yeah. So when you posted that and went to the comment section, were they seeing the light in what you were trying to?
Yeah, a lot of people were really vying into it. Others too, definitely others will have
No
misunderstanding
understanding.
with like they also understand it from their own perspective. But the most important thing is for you to deliver the message, then try to convince some to understand what you are trying to put.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Finally, Pankaj, I want you to give your word to the parents out there. There are some parents who are still having that mentality that art is just meant for people who don't know where they want to find themselves.
No, actually, what I'll tell parents is that when your child is growing up, you shouldn't say that because your neighbor child is a doctor or is a lawyer, your child should also be such. Like, try to understand what your child really wants, your child passion. I have a guy, I think he's studying science, SHS, and he have passion in art.
Art.
So I was there, then he himself called me. Then said, "Oh, I wanted to come so that you take me through a few things." I said, "Okay, if you have, provided you have interest in it, tell your dad. If your dad agree, fine. I'm open to you." I was there one day morning. Then he called me. Then he said he and the father is in. Then I was like, wow. Then they entered. Then the father said, okay, it's really true. The son want to learn art.
Art.
I said, okay, that's okay. At that angle, I knew that, oh, the father really understood the child.
Sure.
You understand? So parents should have that kind of behavior. They should allow their
What
children to
to
like decide what they want to do first before they can. Though they can suggest, but it shouldn't be a must.
must.
I have a friend who is very good in art, but that the parents are forcing her to do banking and finance. Though she's a cashier, but she don't have interest in it. So it's something that is bothering her.
They always want to see art
You
in white collar
understand? It shouldn't
jobs.
be true. It shouldn't be so. Even if you're an artist, you can do any other thing. You can do any other
That
thing you want.
doesn't it doesn't
It
limit
doesn't
you.
prevent you from doing any other thing. I know a lot of doctors who are also artists,
Artist.
like a lot. You understand? A lot of businessmen are also artists, so it doesn't matter.
I think personally my dad was an artist. Though he didn't pursue it as he used to draw very well, but I don't know, when they see the world trying to do something similar to what they do, they don't just give it attention. But he has gotten to a point where he just has to do well. So I think parents should try as much as possible to just give them that opportunity. That is where he or she will even broaden his scope more, and you see what he can even do better in what he or she wants to do. So, Parker, I want to take your final words.
Oh, my
But
final words is
before we even go there, from where you are coming from, Bolga, you are noted for craft. Noted for craft. Is it that those people around there are being influenced by some of the things around, or it started from somewhere?
Yeah, I think the craft, the straw itself, I think the plant is available there. It's available, so the people are making good use of that.
Okay.
Yeah, they are making good use of that.
And so that is why they are noted for
For craft.
craft. Wow. So I think your final words to your fans out there.
My final words will be appreciation to Ras TV, you and your team, your cameraman, and to my bosses, Don Gold Baron, Roy Lambert, to my showbiz co-host, Jobless, and in fact, I can't mention names. They themselves, they know that I can't mention their
Yeah,
names. There are a
yeah,
lot that
yes.
are pushing Panka art. And Tamale here, my I don't know how to describe him, Fahad. In fact, I don't know.
He's just an amazing person. It's difficult to tell who actually he is. Sometimes that is how it is.
So all these personalities, I always say that it's only God who can bless them. But what I always say will not be enough.
Okay.
So I give my appreciation to them. I really appreciate their efforts that they are trying to make Panka become whosoever I want to become.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
and
always
to
happy.
whosoever on media, in fact, my customers,
Yes.
people who recommend my artworks to others,
To
people who
others.
are buying it, and in fact, all online TVs, people who are granting me interviews and
Interviews
other
and other
things.
things.
I really appreciate them all.
It all helps their brand. I would like to take your social media handles. Maybe there's somebody wants to follow you and see your works. Facebook, Instagram,
Okay, on Facebook, I'm known as Panka Art Studio.
Panka Art Studio.
Yeah,
Okay.
on Instagram, Panka_Art Studio,
Okay.
Twitter, Panka Art Studio, and my website too is www.pankaartstudio.com.
.com.
And
Wow.
my WhatsApp line too, or my call line are 0544556269 or 05033656994.
Wow. Let's do what to follow him on all his social media handles and you get to see what he does. He's a very creative person, he's a multiple talented person. We need to appreciate people of his caliber. I think that I'm so excited that our brother has made it here because if we have people in Nottingham, I always say that look, everybody within our circle should be given an opportunity. Panka Art is an inspiration to many people who go to his studio to learn and then he's open to everybody. So before you take somebody into your studio, is there any procedures?
There's not a official procedure, but at least you have to show something that for me to know that you are committed.
Okay.
Someone will say that I want to learn this, but there's nothing that shows that the fellow is willing to learn.
Yes,
So we have some kind of
commitment fee. You just have to.
exactly you paid and also know that
So that
you are really serious about
it
what
will
you are
even
talking about.
encourage you to come and learn whatever you are learning. Wow. So I will always thank the whole production crew to Bukara Yuba has been doing well, very, very active on social media. To everybody who supported, a lot of people share our stuff on Facebook and all our social media handles. So we are so, so much grateful for all those who have been sharing our stuff for us. There's this particular guy, Mohammed Sharif Achina. I've not met him in person, but he has shown so much now for us series. He's helping our target through SPR. They have been doing so. All those who have been supporting us, this platform is open for every creative person within Northern Ghana. So wherever you are and you need this, just pick the numbers on the screen, and we are actually going to come there and do the same as we did here. Pangas, do you have something for us?
Before I end my final words, I would like to present this to you.
Really? Yeah. Wow. I think let me open this for our viewers to see it. Hey. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, wow. Wow. I'm speechless. Panga, thanks so much.
So these are a few of my digital paintings. Yeah,
So, this type of art, what's it called?
it's called digital painting.
So this digital
Digital painting.
painting.
Yeah.
Celebrity artists. Wow. I think that this is for fans of Brass TV. I don't know what to say, but then Panka lives in what we do. In as much as we are trying to promote everybody, he has also seen that there is a need for him to let us understand that he appreciates what we do. So thanks so much. I want to thank him. And then you will continue to get customers now. The customers will continue to come. So we pray so well. Yeah, so I would like to thank everybody for watching this interview. So if you see it, try to share it and then subscribe. So as I said earlier on, if you want to have this, just click the numbers and follow. So Panka, thanks so much for coming.
It's my pleasure.
Thanks so
It's
much.
my pleasure.
Yeah, so don't allow anybody's opinion become your reality. You have got that solution to your problem. Always work hard and pray. Everything will come your way with ease. My name is Ras Raja and he's Panka Art. See you next time.